What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. It is time for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we will be looking at a game between EG's DeMusliM and Vile State. We are on the map Antigua Shipyard. In the upper left-hand spawn location, we have got Vile State as our pink Protoss player. And then down over here in the lower right-hand position, the red Terran player, EG's DeMusliM. So yes, my friends, it is going to be another Terran versus Protoss, DeMusliM versus State here on Antigua Shipyard. State drops the 9 pylon, goes back to mining. There you go, 9 pylon nice and tight, close to the Nexus, allowing him to get straight back to mining as quickly as possible. As you can see, he has decided to hold off on any early game scouts. Sometimes you will see a scout right after that 9 pylon. It does appear like State will be waiting until after he drops his gateway. Back over here, DeMusliM deciding to go for the wall off as he builds that first supply depot right above the ramp to his natural expansion. And we'll be seeing that Rax follow up shortly thereafter. Besides that, well, we've got the automaton, I say automaton 2000, and he kills it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I have not seen this game ahead of time. That is so funny that I drew attention to that, and then he decided to kill it. Wow. Odds are like 1,000,000 to 1. Maybe not that high, but gateway being warped in right now. Somewhat late gateway. I believe that was either 13 or 14 gate. I think it was a 14 gate actually. And now pushing out here with the probe scout going directly cross-positional, and he'll actually be making his way right on up into DeMusliM's base. And look at that little rally set there. Nice little dance in that probe will be doing as he makes his way on up. There's going to be a full wall off. No, SCV scout moves out. Now this will be a 1 Rax into expand. You can see there is no gas. Unfortunately though, he doesn't get that wall off up in time, so the probe makes it in. This is going to allow him to scout out the lack of refinery. And SCV dancing around, and ooh, actually, you know what? I wonder if he's going to stop it. No, never mind. There we go. State's smart enough to make sure he checks those gas. That's so very, very important. Moves up, checks the gas, looking for something else. Maybe another Rax. Let's see if there's anything crazy going on, but there isn't. 2 Rax pressure, not really popular in TVP. He could, yeah, he's probably just hiding right now. He's hiding from the Marine, gonna get a couple shots off here, see if he can do as much damage as possible. Yeah, that's beautiful, actually. Look at how much damage he did. Quite a bit. Bringing that Marine down 20 hit points there. That's actually pretty huge. And why is that so big? Well, it's early game softening up of the Marine. And as we know, it's not going to be until that medevac comes into play that he'll be getting any healing. So he's going to be injured. He'll be hurting for quite some time. Command Center coming on through, has decided to now drop a refinery as well. But again, it is that 1 Rax expand build, Marine heavy, and he'll be relying on that bunker as early game defense. Now back over here, we can see SCV Scout making it into State's base. And here comes that first Stalker just about to pop. We also have the Warp Gate research coming on through. The Stalker may be attempting to apply some early pressure. Unfortunately though, with that bunker, not going to be able to do a heck of a lot. There's really nothing that he can do, to be quite frank with you, at this early stage of the game. With just 1 bunker up, DeMusliM is plenty defended. We do have another Rax coming out. Will there be another one as well? It's going to be a 3 Rax. Yes, it is. 3 Rax transition here. You can also see, of course, he's working up that Vespian off of that 1 refinery. Now, it's either going to be for some upgrades, or he's going to go right into a factory. I'm going to assume, though, we'll see a tech lab first before we see a factory. And we'll start to see some upgrades. That's my assumption. I could be wrong. That's definitely going to happen. Look at this. There is 4 Rax right now. DeMusliM going very, very Rax heavy. So what's going to happen now is DeMusliM will, from this point forward, you can see I tried to push forward, though State wasn't able to get on past that bunker. Instead of teching up right now, DeMusliM is going to go for probably Stim Pack or Combat Shield and go for an early timing push off of this 1 Rax expand. It's exactly what I do expect to see here. He's going to be actually opening up with that Combat Shield. And there you go. So we'll be a very early push here from DeMusliM. I'll be interested to see how effective something like this is going to be. Now back over here for State, as we can see, he's got 3 Rax and be totaling 3 gateways is what he'll be totaling with, and robotics facility is also coming on through over here for State. He'll be getting an observer right away and get some scouting down with that. And that should make it before the scouts actually hit the base before DeMusliM actually pushes, unless he's going with a Combat Shield timing push. And actually, it does look like he may very well be doing that. So no Stim Pack, might just be pushing out with Combat Shield, and his plan with that is just use a little stutter step to help stay away from those Zealots. But besides that, use just the heavy DPS of the Marines and the extra, extra defense that they get from that Combat Shield to try to muscle through and do a bit of damage. And this could very well be effective. Definitely could be, but it could also fail terribly. Something else you do have to keep in mind is that the Stalker is not only faster, but also has a ranged advantage over the Marine. So with that, could pretty much nullify a push like this. We'll see what happens. So DeMusliM still hasn't mobilized yet, but he is massing up those Marines, churning out those SCVs as well. Has finally decided to come out with that factory over here, and here it comes. Push is on its way. DeMusliM is going for that combat shield timing push, catches the Stalkers out of position with a little star step micro. It'll do a ton of damage and force those Stalkers all the way back. And now State, though, he knows what's coming. Absolutely, positively knows what's coming. We'll be coming out with a few more Stalkers over here. He's got an Observer coming out. You can see doing a bunch of damage to that Stalker there. And DeMusliM, at the moment, just sitting idly at the center of the map. Here's one Observer already in play. So actually, that was the second Observer over here. There is already one Observer in play, and he's just moving in the main, just confirming pretty much what he already knows. He already knows what he's really up against. Stalker heavy, and this is what I'm talking about here. If anything, States will be able to use the Stalker's range and speed advantage to kind of really hurt these Marines, pull back, and kind of just do this back and forth dance here. Look at him do it. Yeah, that's really sad. Pushing forward right now, scanning down to spot the Observer, manages to take out the Observer. The Marines now going to be probably forced back at this point. Yeah, the Stalker is just too much of a threat. Without stim pack, you can't keep up with them. They're just too fast. They're too much faster than your Marines, so it kind of makes for a big pain in the butt. Stim pack is finally coming through here for DeMusliM. Should start churning out some Marauders now, and there we go. We're going to be seeing that come into play. Also got another tech lab, another 2 tech labs. Here we go, Marauder heavy after this point. And here come the medevacs as well. We'll be using that factory for scouting purposes. Let's see where it's going. Yeah, he's heading right on over here. Just going to let him spot that third once it does eventually inevitably come up. A couple more gateways coming on through. More and more Observers. Wow. All right, now he's only got 1 in play right now. Did he lose the 1 in his main as well? I think he did. That's very unfortunate. So he ended up losing the 1 in the main that he had over here of DeMusliM. And now he's just down to this 1 that he just popped out, and he's got another 1 coming on through. There we go. And now, ooh, look at that, War Prism. We'll be seeing some Zealot bombing. This is the most likely thing we'll be expecting here. Stalkers pushing forward. We'll be scouting out the front of the expansion. Wouldn't hurt to check over here as well. Yeah, there they go. Stalkers moving up. Just wants to see, hey, is anything going on over here? Is there an expansion? Answer is no. So he decides to pull back, and he's not going to want to chill out here for too long, especially since here comes the cavalry. DeMusliM moving forward, stimming up, and some free Stalker kills, but blinking back as that blink research just recently finished there. We want to keep an eye on that War Prism. Here it is, War Prism moving across the map. We do have, at the same time, this expansion coming through. Does he spot the War Prism? Yes, he does. State, ooh. Unfortunately, going right on the edge here, a little bit too close, and I'm pretty sure that DeMusliM should have spotted that. And with that, he should be able to defend against it. Just chills out with a few guys over here. Should be all set. Here comes a bio push from DeMusliM, moving up to the 3rd. It's going to force a cancel. State really doesn't have a chance. Forced to cancel. But here come High Templar. No storm yet. There we go. A couple do have enough energy to storm, and let's see it happen. Stalkers blinking up. Nice storm. Right on those Marines. Got an Archon coming through. Enough Stalkers to help whittle these down. That bio, though, getting healed up. Huge pain in the butt. Gonna stay for the Archon, splitting up to avoid as much splash damage as possible. Beautiful play there. A couple more Stalkers come forward, pick off the rest of the bio. Might get a few free medevac kills. There we go, DeMusliM finally pulling back. 1 medevac gets dropped. Other 2 should be all set to head back home. War Prism landed over here. Should be seeing him warp in a few Zealots, pick that up, and head on out, and there we go. A little too many Zealots. You can't pick up that many. Gotta go home with a few of them. It's too funny. Viking over here, and here we go. You know, DeMusliM is definitely aware that this is coming. Viking spots the War Prism. This War Prism is dead. Gonna try to get away. Shields are all gone. This is really sad. Viking's gonna keep chasing him. The War Prism is a bit faster though, so he was able to get away. Unfortunately, those medevacs can't really do anything against it. And Val State has decided to redrop this. So let's take a look at what we got here. Level 2 armor upgrades coming through. Charge Zealot upgrade also coming out here for State. Back over here for DeMusliM, taking a look at his upgrades. He is 0-1 with the level 1 armor upgrades coming out shortly. Also working his way up to Armory. That'll let him continue up those upgrades after the fact. DeMusliM also coming out with that Ghost Academy, so we'll be, of course, transitioning to some Ghost for some massive EMPs. And the scout there by State. Now he's aware of DeMuslim's 3rd base over here. Hopefully you see a transfer too. He's a little slightly oversaturated, it seems. Yeah, just a little bit of oversaturation. Wouldn't hurt to pull over a few SCVs over to that third. Nice observer placement here by State as well. That lets him see reinforcements, just to give him a good idea of what is coming after this initial push. Because here comes the push. Stimmed up, Marines and Marauders moving forward. Charged Zealot upgrade not yet finished. However, we do have Storm. It's going to force those bio units to stay at bay a little bit. Don't want to be walking into that, that's for sure. And without the charge upgrade, he's going to be using concussive shells to the utmost of his abilities and just working his way through those Zealots. That is hilarious for DeMusliM. Not so funny for State, though. Also losing his High Templar. Warp Prism over here will be attempting a drop. His first attempt really failed pretty hard. Let's see if he's able to do anything here. Stimmed up bio moving over here. Are they going to take out the expansion again? Last time was a forced cancel. This time he just works it down. State pushing forward, but he just took a lot of damage. Dropping down, trying to do some damage, kill off a little bit of the bio, but there's not much left. And there we go. State able to push forward. Finally clean up this push, but man, oh man. Took some pretty hefty losses as a result of losing that expansion. That was awful. Really, really hurt him there. We'll be seeing a couple of missile turrets get placed over here. And we do have that Ghost Academy in play. We're going to see some Ghosts coming on through yet. Nothing yet. Coming at some point. Attempting to drop again. Wow, he just got demolished there. Did absolutely nothing. Missile turret finishes. Gets a couple shots there off on the Warp Prism, but that's about it. And wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. That secondary drop really didn't do a whole heck of a lot. And also really not in too good of a position there, losing that expansion. He's trying to drop that again. Really needs to get that up and running though, as he's going to be hurting very shortly. And this is unpowered. I missed a drop back there. I'm very, very sorry for that. Honestly, I am. All right, we have another Viking. That's actually just a Viking moving forward. I wanted to see if that was a medevac for another drop. I know that is just a Viking pushing on forward. And he's going to actually get it. There we go. Gets the Warp Prism. 1 kill. Just that bad boy. DeMusliM pushing forward now. Still no Ghost in play, although he has that Ghost Academy. He's holding off for now. He does have that Mobius reactor coming through, so we'll be starting to produce Ghosts sometime soon, as that way he'll get the Ghost once that research is finished, and so he'll get that extra energy as a result. Scan lets him spot a High Templar on the high ground, and wow, almost kills that there. Softens it up quite a bit. Bio now pushing forward for DeMusliM. Let's see what he can do here. He got a couple Archons coming forward. Charged Zealots, trying to do it again. He doesn't quite have the numbers though. And even with those charged Zealots, DeMusliM was able to micro away. And wow, storming on only a couple of units, and the rest of the bio pushes forward after the storm, and State just calls GG. Alright, my friends, that is going to do it here in this game between State and DeMusliM. As you can see, DeMusliM able to win, forcing the cancel of that third really helped his cause. That on top of a couple of failed harass attempts by State. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too far behind, and also it certainly didn't help him that DeMusliM was able to push quite successfully before his charge upgrade finished. But there you go, that's enough of that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. And don't forget, keep watching and keep owning.